Hello and welcome to day 19 of a Diary of a Multifaceted Mama vlog series. What is today? Today's a Thursday, and I am finally convinced that I need to go to the eye doctor for my eye. Can you see how red it is? It's probably hard to see. The lighting's not great in here, but I can't even wear my contacts anymore because I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So gonna go to the eye doctor. And since we moved last summer, I have not had to go to the eye doctor, so I don't have a new eye doctor yet. So I am in the process of looking to find a new eye doctor. I've been with the same eye doctor for 21 years. Oh my gosh, that's a long time. It's a long time. And he's a great eye doctor, obviously, right? Otherwise I wouldn't stay with him for so long. Something about 21 years. So it's kind of bittersweet looking for a new eye doctor, right? When you have had a good one. And my eyes have had challenges in the past. They had some weird like allergy before and all this different stuff. So hopeful that I find a good fit for an eye doctor, and so that they can help me with whatever's going on with my poor eye, so that it doesn't hurt and so that it's not red anymore. But I am thankful that I have my glasses at least so I can see, because if I couldn't wear my contacts and I didn't have my glasses, it would be not great. So I'm glad that I have my glasses so I can see, even though I can't wear my contacts. I tried to wear my contacts earlier today and it just irritated it more, and I wound up having to take them out. So I'm not going to do that until I figure things out. Not going to do that again until I figure things out. But I wanted to talk today about variety, because variety truly is the spice of life. And as I have taken a really deep dive, even deeper than I did when I was in school to be a therapist, so a really deep dive into my own development personally and professionally over the past 5 years or so, I have found that the statements that we hear, the cliche statements that we hear, they land differently. I receive them differently. I understand them differently. And this is one of them. The cliche phrase, variety is the spice of life. Like, it kind of rolls off the tongue. It's something plenty of people have heard. You kind of dismiss it because it's just a cliche, overused statement. But it is true. So I don't know if you've noticed in my vlog series, but I've noticed in my vlog series, as well as even before I was doing the vlog series, that the days when I am more stagnant, right? Like I'm more just like home without stuff to do. Those days I have much less energy. Those days I am much less focused. Those days I am more tired earlier at night as well as during the day. Those days it takes more for me to like cultivate joy or to tap into like some of those more just higher energy, higher vibration type of emotions. And it's not because it's not available to me, it's because there's not a variety happening in my day. That being said, I'm not saying that it's not important or helpful to take days to just chill and do nothing and enjoy that experience. I'm not saying that at all, because it is true. We need time to rest. It just needs to be, intentional time to rest. Like what helps you to feel restful, right? What helps me to feel restful? And so I do need those times and those days, and I carve those out in a way that works for me. And if it's not working for me, then I notice that and I address it. But for sure, like, I have kind of been brought around to being reminded that like the days when I'm not doing something, or I don't have my intentional schedule kind of sorted out because I didn't have specific plans that I felt the need to do that for, And so there's not really much variety in my day. It's more of a just stagnant kind of day, for lack of a better word. Those are the days when I just don't feel as inspired. And that's because variety is the spice of life. We need variety in our lives. Now, that variety looks different, right, for different people, and it can look different each day even. But the days when I have variety that I have intentionally carved out in my life, like today, I had time with the baby in the morning. Today's one of my work days. So I had time with the baby in the morning, got my kids ready for school, made them breakfast, all of that stuff. Woke up early, took care of myself, all that stuff. I did all that stuff. And then I had an interview, and that was great. I had already had that scheduled. And then after that, spent some more time with the baby, and she took a great nap. So I got some stuff done that I had wanted to get done, and I got really in the flow because I had pure focus, no kids besides the baby who was asleep. I was able to purely focus on that. That was amazing. And then my mom came to come watch the baby, so I talked to my mom for a little bit. I made lunch, or made some salads for us, right? So I really, like, there's variety throughout the day. And then after that, even my work day was broken up into different segments. I had some time that I needed to do emails for, different times broken up for client sessions, different times broken up to do some admin stuff for my business. And then after that, I had, time to spend with my kids, to make them dinner, to get them ready for bed. And I just put the baby down a little bit ago, and now I'm here with you guys, right? So it was broken up with variety, not broken up to where it was like, oh, I just have all of this stuff to do and I have to get it done. Like, not like that. It's not like that at all, because the variety that I have was intentionally carved out. I sat in the morning and I wrote out my intentional scheduler, like I do. If you haven't heard of my intentional scheduler, it's awesome. It's proprietary. You're not going to find it anyplace else. You can grab it for $20. I'll put the link down below. If there's a day when I don't use it, I feel the difference. I truly do. And the days when I don't use it tend to be the days when I convince myself, like, oh, I don't have a lot going on today, I don't need to do that. And then I feel the difference. I'm like, yeah, I still want to do that in the beginning of the day because it just makes that big of a difference to be intentional about it. And then you can actually put in some variety in your day if you notice, oh, this is not kind of the day that I'm wanting to plan out for myself today. And I have done that as well, and it makes such a difference. So I'm curious, like, what that brings up for you. I know for me, I like variety, but I think that variety can sometimes be confused with just being busy when we apply it to our schedule, and that's not helpful or effective, right? To be busy for the sake of being busy, or be busy because you feel like you have to have something to do, or be busy because you think you should, or be busy to distract yourself from X, Y, or Z, like that kind of stuff. Not gonna cut. It's not gonna feel good in the long run, right? So the challenge that I want to work on in connection to this is just to keep challenging myself, that even on those days that could be a stagnant day, because I don't have as much intentionally, I don't have as much on certain days when I'm home with the baby and I'm not working. I don't want to overload those days. Like, that is very intentional, but I do want to use that time and sprinkle in some more variety because of how incredibly impactful that is. And just in the small, it could be such a small thing. It could just be like that I'm intentionally going for a walk, right? And when I use my intentional scheduler, I will do that. I'll put that in and I'll do that. But if I'm not, then what am I holding myself accountable to? Right? So I'm not then I wouldn't be intentionally putting in that variety, and then I wouldn't be experiencing that, and then I would have the effects of a lack of variety. So I want to keep challenging myself to do that. I'm usually pretty good at it, but I definitely have noticed since having the baby, I haven't been as on top of it as I would like to be, and as I, had been. So getting back into that. And then the area where I have grown, there were some times today where there was some not great energy in the house. And in the past, that really would have thrown me through a loop um, because of my own trauma that I had experienced. But today I'm really proud of myself. I was able to focus in on what I wanted to feel and honor what was coming up for me, because it is valid and my emotions do matter. And also, I did not want to stay stuck in a rut. So I just connected with what felt good to me, with what brought me joy. I listened to some music. I did some dancing. I did some laughing. And it felt good to me. It felt good to my kids in the house. And so I'm really proud of myself for doing that. And I definitely can acknowledge that there's an area of growth. If I look over the past, 10 years or so, that's something that at one point had become challenging for me. And I'm really glad that I've grown in that area and been able to catch myself earlier and do something about it that's helpful and effective. And I think that's one of the really good things of today. I also think it was really good that the baby, my youngest daughter, she slept really well today. Like, she took great naps for my mom who came to watch her while I was working. And she also she slept pretty well last night. And then this morning when I woke up to do my own personal me time, she didn't get upset. She chilled in her crib, and which typically if I wake up, she wakes up. She's it's so good. I'm so grateful for it. So grateful for it. If you have a newborn, then you know what I mean, how important that time is, how precious that time is to have some sleep or just to get some quiet time to yourself. And so I'm so grateful for that. And I think that went really well. I also got some really cool stuff done for my mentorship and education business that I'm really excited about. And if you haven't checked out the video that I put on the banner of my YouTube channel, check it out. It is a little bit lengthy, not gonna lie, wasn't super succinct. But it is kind of a reintroduction of myself. And it was exciting to write that out, to speak that out, to share that out. And so I'm really glad that I did that. I had written it a little bit ago and had wanted to share it. And today I put that on my intentional scheduler, and I did it, and I shared it, and it felt good. It's about 15 minutes long, but I think if you are attracted to any of the topics that I talk about, it's going to resonate with you a lot. Maybe bring some things up for you or with you or through you that are going to be important for you to explore, either with yourself or if you want to, connect with me, then I'm happy to do that. So lots of good stuff, lots of gratitudes. I could go on and on actually, but I think I'm going to sit down, kick back, drink my hot tea, do some reading tonight and some writing before I rest my eyes and go to sleep. And I hope you enjoy your night too. All right, y'all. Till next time.